I've had 7 miscarriages. I'm convinced the doctor is stealing my babies. I thought my life would turn around when I got pregnant the 7th time, yet it ended the same as the other 6. A miscarriage, or so I'd been told. Every doctor I spoke to said it was some mysterious medical issue. I kept trying because my late husband, Damon, and I desperately wanted a child. Now, I see I was too trusting. That last pregnancy took a dire turn in the hospital. Dr. Olson, who had been my main maternity consultant, insisted I needed an emergency procedure. Damon tried to come with me, but Olson blocked him, saying it was too delicate. They gave me something that knocked me out. In my groggy state, I woke to see Olson holding a crying baby, gently cooing. My heart jumped. That was my baby. But Olson saw me watching and calmly lied. "I'm so sorry, but your daughter was stillborn." I was too dazed to protest. She told me I'd probably heard crying from another baby in the maternity ward. By the time I was discharged, Damon and I were inconsolable. We buried an empty coffin, basically, because I never saw my daughter's face. Soon after, everything fell apart. Damon lost hope, and eventually, cancer claimed him. I sold our house and moved into a small apartment, drifting through life in a fog, but guilt never left me. Then, a few days ago, I headed to the cemetery to visit Damon's grave and the small marker we'd placed for our daughter. While leaving, I noticed a young woman, maybe 19 or so, at a different headstone. Blonde hair, quiet demeanor. She glanced at me briefly and, for a second, something about her features, especially her eyes, sparked a jolt in my chest. Could it be the child I lost? I dismissed it as wishful thinking, until I checked that grave and saw it belonged to Dr. Olson, who died 2 years prior, along with her late wife Edna. My mind reeled. I dug through old records and found Olson's address. The place was half abandoned, sporting a for sale sign. A young woman answered, introducing herself as Clara Olson, the doctor's adopted daughter. We made small talk. She seemed uneasy, and I understood why. Sorting through the remains of her mother's life had to be overwhelming. In her face, I saw traces of Damon. I felt like screaming the truth. This might be my daughter, but the idea of upending Clara's entire world with no proof except my own suspicion, my heart clenched. Dr. Olson was gone, taking her secrets to the grave. Likely she'd arranged hush-hush adoptions. After all, I recall her never letting me see the final ultrasound, giving me sedatives, always controlling the narrative of my miscarriages. She must have stolen my babies. I left that house feeling hollow. I have Clara's phone number, but I'm not sure if I'll ever dare call. How do I say, "I think you were stolen from me"? I might move abroad, the way I once promised Damon we would. Start fresh, but the truth still gnaws at me. One of my lost children might be right here, living a life stolen from me, raised by a doctor who faked so many stillbirths. I can't imagine the heartbreak if Clara ever learns what happened, so I keep quiet, my heart heavier than ever.